All right, and
We are live, man. We are live and direct.
you know what? Something's hang on, Deval. There's something's missing, or
What's the
should I say,
lights?
someone's missing.
Who? Emmanuel?
Where's Emmanuel? I thought Emmanuel was being. Emmanuel, where are you, man? You've been on the show for the last 2 months or something.
Yeah, brother overload. It can, but once it overloads too much, it needs to. It needs to. What's the opposite of overload? Underload. But no, he's busy. He's busy.
Yeah, he's busy. He's out and about.
He's busy.
Exactly.
So yeah, next time, innit? Next time.
Yeah. So when he comes on, actually, we'll get him on when we do together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A couple of weeks. Yeah.
Time, Emmanuel, if you listen to this one. All right. Okay. Thanks for downloading another episode of the Flixters, folks. This is episode 344. And so the main movie that we're going to be speaking about today is The Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. What a title.
I know. So Deval's going to get into that one a bit later on in the show. But before we get into the main show, let's do shout outs, Deval.
Yeah, I've got one shout out this week, and it comes from YouTube. So we do post our show on YouTube. We got the main show, then we got the review of the film as well. So 2 separate videos. But this person on YouTube gave us a nice little shout out and said, should I quote what they said?
Yeah, do it.
Let me actually quote what they said so I don't get it wrong at all. They said, and this is in relation to the Fantastic Four review that we put out last week. So a crutch in time. Said, you guys knocked it out of the park. The film was awesome. So thank you very much, A Crutch in Time.
Thank you.
On YouTube for watching the review and also making a comment. A Crutch in Time, shout out to us again if you want to come out. If you want to come on the show,
do it.
We are more than welcome to have you on the show. Let us know if you want to come on the show and we'll get you an invite. But yeah, if you want to come on the show, if you want to get more involved, just send us a shout out on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, and let us know what you think. That's simple.
That is it. That's how you do it.
Simple.
All right. Okay. Let's get into movie news now. Devaldo, we've mentioned Ryan. I think we even spoke about Ryan Coogler. I think on last week's show when Emmanuel was here. So tell us about X-Files. Tell us about Lakeith Stanfield, and tell us about Zendaya. It's out there.
Do you know that? People are thinking this guy's mad. What is he?
What's this guy doing? What's it?
X-Files from the 90s, Mulder and Scully. Oh my!
That show. You were glued to that shit.
That show. That was my 90s was X-Files.
Yep.
And then it was X-Men, the cartoon.
Yes.
In the mid 90s.
And then Triple X on the weekend.
Oh, there you go. X's and more X's.
No, but you're right. Wasn't that the show? It was like, what was
that?
Was
the
it
show,
on BBC
man.
2 or BBC? I can't remember.
I think it came on Sky. I watched it on Sky first in the UK, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it was BBC. I watched it somehow.
I think what it was, it started off on BBC, but then because Sky had the big money, they were like, okay, let's bring it over. And they bought it and they took it over. So Sky is kind of like, what's the equivalent of would Sky be in the US?
Showtime or HBO or something like that, I think. Or I don't know, one of those. They got cable, isn't it? So I guess back in those days it was cable. Yeah, cable. But yeah, so the news is that Ryan Coogler is set to direct his version of X-Files.
Right.
And from what we're hearing so far, Zendaya and Lakeith Stanfield could be the sort of updated version of Mulder and Scully.
Good shout.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how this pans out. This is supposed to come out next year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when next year, but next year. And do you know what? I mean, so far from what I'm hearing of who's directing it, the stars of who's in it, I'll be honest, because I really, really, really liked the original X-Files.
Did you do a double take?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how I can see this, but I don't know how I can see this, but yeah, they're all good in it. They're all good. I'm not saying that they themselves are not good. I'm just saying them in X-Files, I'm struggling to see how that works, but I hope to be proven wrong, and I hope it does work.
Yeah.
Like I can see more Jordan Peele doing X-Files, you know what I mean?
I was just about to say that would be a Jordan Peele thing. Ryan Coogler. You know, the tension between Mulder and Scully, that whole kind of will they, won't they, that you know, that was great and everything. And then it went on for so many years, and I don't know, are we gonna get the same with these two? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, and also the tension was also to do with the fact that Fox, so Mulder, he was a believer. He believed in, like, you know, the paranormal aliens. Or remember, his sister was abducted when they were young, and he felt it was aliens. And Scully was the science person. She was the fact. She was the logic. She was actually sent to debunk him and to work against him. So you had that kind of, you know, that kind of toing and throwing. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what their personalities are like. Maybe they might flip it and make Lakeith Stanfield the sort of scientist, and then maybe Zendaya's going to be the person who's a believer. I don't know how it's going to work, but
and I reckon they'll probably have their own version of the Smoky Man in there as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Snoop, he'll show up and then
imagine that.
Can you imagine
popping Snoop away in the back?
Oh my gosh, he's going to be assistant director Skinner.
Oh man,
always angry, always looking angry.
David Keith.
Oh my! Do you know what? That's a good.
Imagine if
that's a good shout. You know, Keith David.
Oh man, Keith David.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's a good shout. You know. Yeah, that's a good shout.
So look, we'll see what happens. Look, I mean, and 2026 just around the corner. We've only got 4 months left until the end of this year, so we'll see what happens. Now, let's move on to sequels and threequels, etc. So. A Quiet Place. This is a franchise that Deval and I have spoken about for a while. Way back when the first one came out, is a movie that we really liked. Second one came out, and Joseph Quinn. Do you remember when Joseph Quinn and what was her name, Lupita?
Oh yes, yeah. I forgot he was in it. Oh yeah,
remember he was the other main guy, the other main actor in it. So. So they kind of did a Quiet Place, what they called prequel type of a thing.
Day one. Yeah, prequel, yeah.
So what's going on here, Deval?
Yeah, so John Krasinski, who obviously in 2018 it was, isn't it? I think it was 2018. Wow. A Quiet Place, the first one, which was really good with him and his missus.
Yep.
And what's her name again? Emily something, isn't it?
Blunt,
that's the one. Sorry, Emily Blunt. Wicked. She was wicked in the role. They were all good in the role, and obviously the kids as well. So Quiet Place 1. Then we had a part 2. So now part 3, which is going to follow the timeline. Of following the events of part 2, is set to now be made and directed by John Krasinski. And it's going to actually come out in 2027 July.
Wow!
So I'm presuming that this is going to then have his wife and the kids then follow on the events from the last film. So we saw in the last film they went and met up with Jumon Honsu and Cillian Murphy. Yeah, in that kind of, they had like a bit of a reserve, isn't it? Maybe reserve is the wrong word, but they had a little settlement that was over the water, because I think the water kind of shielded them from most of the damage. So yeah, we'll see what happens after this. Interesting. I prefer if John Krasinski does direct it and carry on. Then day one, I didn't like day one. John Krasinski, where did we land on him being Mr. Fantastic? I can't remember. What did we say? Yeah, was he a good? He was a good interpretation? People liked him because that Mr. Fantastic was a mature, a experienced Fantastic who had obviously conquered interdimensional travel and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. He was part of the Illuminati. People wanted him to be it, and we got a taster of it. That can actually happen again, because as we know with Fantastic Four, you have the multiverse, you have the Council of Reeds, which is different Reed Richards from different multiverses that get together. So he could show up again. I think he should show up again.
It was a good one. And I remember when I watched that in the cinema, I was like, holy shit. These guys, you know, that whole scene in Wonder, was it Wonder? I can't even remember what it was.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, he got
that was really
shredded.
good.
He got shredded by
He got done.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch done him. All right, okay, let's move on. Now let's speak about San Diego Comic-Con or SDCC 2025. This kind of went under the radar. There were so many pieces of news, Devaldo. I'm going to quickly try and run through. Now, I'm trying to pick out the best ones. So there was a lot of stuff about Gen V. They kind of like showcased a lot of stuff going on over there. There's I wasn't a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy, but they showcased Five Nights at Freddy Part 2. There's Ahsoka Season 2. They did a little bit, they did a little bit of a tease, and it wasn't expected, but what they've done is they've started speaking about Ezra Bridger's live action return, and they got a first look ahead of that. So a guy called Iman Esfandi plays the character in the upcoming season, reprising his role from the first installment. So that was kind of like a big thing. There was some news about Percy Jackson, but kind of forget that. Now, the other big one that I wanted to kind of speak about was they spoke about Invincible Season 4. So that was like another big thing. But also this Wolfenstein. Now, Devaldo, do you remember the Wolfenstein? There was a Sony PlayStation game called Castle Wolfenstein, and they actually think they did an animation. Amazon Prime are developing a live action version of Castle Wolfenstein. And
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
So set in kind of like the World War, with the Nazis, and this kind of like zombie outbreak type of a thing like that, or vampire outbreak. I remember playing the game, like the first one years ago. I never saw the TV adaptation, the animation, but if kind of like, like Fallout, because remember we had Fallout, that's kind of like a good, decent adaptation of a game. This might be good, man. This could be something really good if Amazon are, putting their heads together and they're doing it. And it's the same production company that did Fallout who are going to be doing this one.
Okay. So remember that film that came out a few years ago and it had Kurt Russell's son, and it was
Fire in the Sky.
No. It was like a war film, but it had like a bit of science and horror as well. And
it was the zombies in World War II.
Yeah, were there zombies or something? It was like and they went into like an underground bunker thing, and he found out they were doing, what was it called?
Experiments, something.
And Kurt Russell's son was in it, and it had a part of like
Chloe Moretz.
No, she wasn't in it.
No? Oh, okay.
No,
it's a different movie then. Okay.
But
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Wyatt Russell. I'll find out what it is.
Yeah, but, that one, yeah.
That was a good film. That was a really good film.
That was a decent movie. Yeah, I know.
Overlord, that's it. Overlord, 2018.
Yeah. Kind of similar to that. Other stuff. There's going to be a Star Trek TV show, a new one called Starfleet Academy, and it's got Paul Giamatti. Yes. He's going to be playing a villain in that one, which I thought was interesting. The creator of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, he's come up with a new show called Pluribus, and check this out. It's a sci-fi series. Pluribus. And they just did it. There's a little teaser trailer out there. You can watch it. This is coming out on Apple Plus, Apple TV. So it's about a woman starring Rhea Seehorn, and it's about the tagline is this: the most miserable person on earth must save the world from happiness. That's it. So make of that what you will. So a lot of Gen V kind of season 2 trailers. So there was kind of like all of that. So the Black Noir 2, apparently there's going to be another Black Noir going to be in there. The first of The Boys season 5 trailer was shown. So Soldier Boy is going to be back. He's coming back. There's going to be more Homelander. So there's a lot.
It's going to be the last season of Butcher, isn't it? Exactly. Of Carl Urban, I think, from what I hear.
Yes, this is going to be the final thing. The other main big thing was this film. It's kind of like this big thing. It's called Project Hail Mary. And
this
has got like a massive big buzz around it. It's going to be released in 2026. Stars Ryan Gosling. And man, there's a lot of stuff going on about this. So it's kind of like a man in space type of a thing. I don't know much about it, but there's a lot of buzz around this movie, Devel.
It's meant to be saving humanity because I think Earth's sun, I think, is dying or something like that. So the sun that we have in our solar system is dying, and he goes somewhere else to, I can't remember, it's basically help save humanity.
Yeah.
There's the funny line in it. I've seen the trailer where he says, "Oh, I've never been to space before." But obviously, we know he did the film. What was it called again?
The Martian.
Astronaut.
No,
He did the film where he went to
Man.
space. Yeah, First Man. So it's funny that when he says that,
Yeah,
that he has been to space before because we've seen him.
exactly. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff, and the one main thing, the one big one that I'm really, really looking forward to, hopefully this works out to be really good, is they are making a live action version of the God of War, which is a Sony PlayStation.
Shit. Okay.
Kratos.
Oh,
And so
the
they make it,
though.
yeah, well, this is it. So a guy called Ronald D. Moore, he's going to be the showrunner, and it's going to be on Amazon. So devout Amazon, they are picking up, man, the game adaptations. So season 1 will be 10 episodes, and it's going to adapt the Norse storylines of the modern God of War games. And when he was being interviewed, the showrunner, he goes, one of the goals is to honor the game and what they laid out for another one of the characters. So yeah, man. So many things to look forward to.
Who's going to be Kratos? Who's going to be Kratos?
Who?
Blaming it.
It's going to be mad. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going out there. But was there anything in there that tickled your fancy in there?
Nothing you haven't said already, actually. No, I mean, there hasn't been much more on Marvel, to be honest, which I think is a bit quiet. Blade, we still don't know about that. I think there was a bit more sort of, I guess, hype on Doomsday, which is the next sort of big one. There's a bit of a teaser on Spider-Man, on the next Spider-Man 4. And there's a bit of a teaser going on around with that, but not much more information on that. Because I think that is the next Marvel film coming out, I think, before Doomsday, I believe. Doomsday, right? Yeah, because Doomsday's been pushed back to December, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then there was a lot of talk about Jessica Jones. She's going to be back in Daredevil season 2. So there was kind of like a bit of that going on as well. So yeah, man, there's stuff happening. There's a lot going on. Marvel, DC, all these big things, they got to deliver because people, they want these new things like God of War. They have to deliver on God of War, man.
Yeah. That's a big IP. That's a big
one, man. I'm telling you, people love that game. So yeah, I wonder though. I didn't really hear much about DC. I know there was Peacemaker stuff.
Yeah, I think James Gunn's being a bit tight-lipped. He doesn't want to reveal too much, so all they're showing us is stuff that we pretty much already know at the moment.
Yeah.
So I did hear. Don't know if it's true, but I did hear that Henry Cavill is going to be Batman in the new Batman Beyond or whatever it's called. But then we also hearing that Alan Richardson's going to be Batman. So
exactly. So anything's possible. With the universes and things like that. So yeah, keep it locked with the Flixters, and we will bring you more news as that comes in. But let's move on, Deval. Let's get into new on streaming now. Let's speak about this thing from Disney Plus. What's this Eyes of Wonder?
Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda.
He does this all the time.
I know.
He throws me off because I thought it might have been a Wonder Vision thing.
Oh no! It's predictive texting, isn't it? Auto correct. But Eyes of Wakanda on Disney Plus, and this is an animation that looks at different stories around the world of Wakanda. So there's 4 episodes so far. They're around 30 minutes, 40 minutes each. I've seen 1 episode so far, and in that first story, they look at I think it's like 1,000, like 1200 AD or something, like back in the day.
Yeah.
And they're looking at different stories of people that have left Wakanda and stuff like that, and the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
And some of the conflict that they have. So it's very sort of wrapped up little stories that, again, talk about the history of Wakanda. And it all does, well, from what I've seen so far, bits of it ties into what we know of Wakanda so far. So there's a scene in Black Panther, the first one, where Killmonger, I don't know if you remember, it's one of my best scenes actually in the whole film. Killmonger at the start of the film, he goes into the museum.
Yeah.
He's wearing his jean jacket, and then the lady comes and she's drinking her coffee, and she's saying, "Oh, would you like to know about the pieces?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." And she says, "Oh, this is from this time period in Ghana. This is from this time period in Benin, and whatever." And he's like, "Oh, no, 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 no,
No.
this one is not from this time period, or this one." He schools her, and she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about?" And he's like,
How do you
"Oh,
know?
how do you think your people got this? Do you think they got a fair price, or did they, kill people to get it?" And one of the items in that scene, you see in the eyes of Wakanda,
Ah, so they linked
you
it.
see someone that is actually wielding that weapon
Oh,
from
wicked.
years ago. And I was like, "Oh shit, that's that weapon." So it kind
Yes.
of links in little ways like that, which is good.
Okay, which is good. Yeah, you know what? I love it when they drop in those kind of clues and Easter
Yeah.
eggs and things like that. So that's really good. So go check it out. Yeah, because we're not getting much Deval towards the latter part of 2025. We're not getting much, are we?
I think Wonder Man might be coming out end of the year, I
Well,
think.
that's tight. I haven't normally. Wouldn't a teaser
Yeah.
trailer come out by now?
I think there was a little something in Comic-Con, but just a little taster, really quick flashes.
Yeah, Abdul Yahya Mateen, right?
The second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
so yeah, watch it on. And then obviously in a couple of weeks' time, we've got Alien. So Disney Plus, I'm seeing on buses, they're really advertising a lot. They're really
Yes.
going for it.
Yep.
So
We see if they deliver. All right. Okay. Now, the other piece that I want to speak about is this Foundation, the new season. And it's taken a while for this third season to come out, Deval. And this is based off of novels by this writer called Isaac Asimov, this kind of sci-fi writer who's been influenced by H.G. Wells and kind of, back in the 20s and 30s and, all that stuff. But this was written in the 50s. Apple Plus, mate, when you see this, you've seen it anyway. The production value, they've thrown money at this, man. I'm telling you.
those iPhones, innit? Flipping
Trust
heck.
me, they are spending. I think this is the final season. All I'm
Okay.
going to say is I had to go back and watch the last episode of season 2 just to kind of reorientate myself. I've only seen one episode. It's deep, man. There's too many things going on in this show. It's so deep. They speak about religion. They speak about kind of man's, like humankind's place in the universe. Like, where do we come from? Where are we going? It's got all these questions, and it's deep, and you got to give it time. That's all I'm going to say. So I watched the first episode, but it looks like as if I'm going to have to go back and just watch a few more episodes from season 2 to kind of figure out. But yeah, very trippy, very interesting though. This kind of battle between the Empire and like a group that split off from the Empire, and how they set up a new colony on another world. But it's also time jumps. It's set in the future and then it goes back in the past and in the present. So all this stuff, man, so many things. You can't. How do you explain it? I don't know. You have to just watch it.
Okay, I've seen some of season 1, and I didn't stick with it. So if I do go back to it, I think I'm gonna have to start
It's
from
long.
the beginning again.
Yeah, it's long. It's one of them ones. But I think we got to invest time in that one. All right, so go check that out. That's what Foundation on Apple. Let's do trailers. Now I saw this trailer, and man, there's so many things going on in this movie, and it's going to be massive, right, Deval? Now, is this 3D?
Yes, it will come out in 3D, just like all the other avatars. 3D,
right?
Yeah. This is coming out in this
December.
December. I think it's the 19th or 18th, something like that. So this is going to be the. I think is it 2 more after this?
Yes, this is
2 more. Yeah,
and there's going to be 5 in total or something.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So there's 2 more. Yeah, because he was given like $1 billion, isn't it? And said, "Okay, here you go."
Yeah.
So and each film does over $1 billion. So get your money back.
Trust me. Yeah. Tell us about this.
Yeah. So this one looks like I don't know too much about the story, to be honest, but this one's Avatar: Fire and Ash, and this is looking at obviously taking place after the events of the last film, which was The Way of the Water, I think it was, or The Way of Water.
Yep.
And this looks like there's going to be lots of battles and lots of changes in landscape. We're seeing volcanoes going off. We're seeing like tribal battles, and we're seeing different leaders that are coming into play that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it's just obviously the families had to deal with death, isn't it? One of their own died in the last film, so there is that to deal with, and then obviously the whole film of the whole film with or the whole theme with Avatar is about defending your people and your land against colonizers or invaders. So you got the tribal battles, and obviously you got the wider landscape of the external forces as well. So this one looks just as good as the rest of them look.
It does.
This is gonna definitely take Zoe Saldana back on top of the list of the Guinness World Record of highest grossing.
Imagine those movies, man. It's incredible. Yeah. So check this out, Deval. Just a side note on this. So Avatar Fire and Ash 2025, Avatar 4 2029, Avatar
what? No,
2029, Avatar 5 2031. Mate,
I thought they were coming out at least a year after, or maybe 2 years.
This is mad.
2029 is 3 years.
I know. So between the first and second one, that was a long time, man. So 2019, 2022, that was 13 years.
Oh my gosh.
3 years, 4 years. Oh shit. Yeah. So there's a lot of waiting.
Too long, man. I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for technology to catch up, or he wants to do something totally radical for it to take 3 years. Nah, that's too long.
That is
what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
So go check it out if you haven't seen that. Now, this next one, this is really interesting, this movie. This is called Eternity, and this stars Olsen. What is her name? It's a Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. Wanda.
And it's got Miles Teller, who we saw in The Forge recently. I saw that movie, and in Top Gun.
Yeah, Whiplash was a really good film. I think
really
that's
great film.
2018 or something, or 2015. Really good film. But yeah, this film, Eternity, is basically about the afterlife. So in an afterlife where souls have 1 week, you got 1 week to decide where to spend eternity. So Elizabeth Olsen's character, Joan, is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with and her first love, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. So Elizabeth Olsen obviously was with someone in her early life. Yeah. He died young. He went into eternity or whatever. He's been waiting for her.
Yeah.
And then she now dies with her current
husband. Oh, yeah,
Miles Teller. And then they're both there. Then, oh my gosh, we're together. And
she's got to decide.
You got 1 week to decide, because after that it's eternity. Eternity isn't a long time. Eternity is time. It's like time. Forever. Exactly. So this film is a bit of a comedy, bit of drama, a bit of romance, all that kind of stuff. Who? This is a tough decision. Think about it.
Who do they go for? Deval, exactly. when I saw this, did you notice anything weird about Miles Teller's? Did they do something to his face, like his the CGI or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It does look a bit funny. I don't know if that's just him.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest, but yeah, I don't know. His hair looks a bit funny too, but I think that's just him. That
is just him. Apparently, he's quite difficult to work with.
Is it?
That's what the rumor is. That's what our pals out in LA say. He's difficult to work with. Who knows? Anyway, go check it out. Eternity, coming really, really soon. Now, the next one, Deval. Now, how many films have there been in the Conjuring universe? Franchise. This is like the fourth or fifth one, isn't it?
Fourth, I believe. So you got Conjuring, you got the Enfield one, which we've spoken about many times.
Which we don't speak about now.
You got The Thing You Made Him Do It, I think.
The Devil Made Me Do It, yeah.
Yeah, I hate saying that word, especially when I'm home alone. I'm scared.
The D Made Me Do It.
Yeah, and then we got this one. I think it's 4. But then you obviously got the Nun in between. You got other stuff in between that links. But I think it's been 4 of these Conjuring films. The first one for me is the best. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. If you type this in, Deval, and obviously to our listeners, if you just type in The Conjuring Last Rites, it comes up. And the first image that you see, I want to just show this. This is nasty. That's the first thing that you see.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
It's like I can't wait to see this. I want to see this. I want to see how it ends. Or does it?
Yes, but from the trailer, it kind of gives us the impression that this was the case that ended them,
that broke them.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by ended their relationship, ended their life, ended their, I don't know, but something comes to an end. This is the last Conjuring film that on the poster it says the case that ended it all. So yeah, so I'm not sure. So there's it doesn't give much detail as to what the case is actually about, which I'm fine. I don't need to know about it now. I'll wait to find out. Also based on a true story as well.
Oh,
And
gosh.
I reckon this probably won't be as good as the previous ones, but it's still going to be worth a watch. So you got Vera Farmiga, you got Patrick Wilson, you got Ben Hardy, good old Ben Hardy from EastEnders. He's showing up in this one. Okay,
Oh my
nice one,
gosh.
mate. A British actor from a well-loved TV show in Britain. Okay, making his waves in America. Good. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, this is coming out in September, and interestingly, this is co-produced. So produced by James Wan and Peter Safran, who's now co-head of DC.
Yeah, the DC. I think they've got a relationship with HBO, isn't it? And that's why a lot of their stuff comes out in that. So yeah. Okay, all right.
Go check it out. If you love your horror movies, go check it out. We'll be watching it, so we'll see what happens. All right, okay. Let's get into Anniversary Corner before we get into the main movie. This one, a comedy from 1985, 40 years ago. Jeez. This is Police Academy Part 2, their first assignment. And I remember this. Deval remembers this. Obviously, a lot of people will remember this, but for the millennials out there or the Gen Zs, whatever, they were making these movies like year on, like Deval.
Yeah, like, Police Academy 1, 1984. Police Academy 2, 1985. Police Academy 3, 1986. Police Academy 4, 1987. Police Academy 5, 1988. Police Academy 6, 1989. I mean, flipping heck. Every year.
Now, fans of Sex and the City will recognize Kim Cattrall because she plays one of the main leads in this one. Who is she in Sex and the City?
Samantha.
I've forgotten. Samantha. Now, have you seen the latest new season
of Sex and the City? That? Yeah, I've seen the first season, and then the second season started, but I haven't watched that one yet.
Because remember, they had beef in real life.
Season. Yeah, she didn't come back on the show. Yeah, she didn't come back.
So she's definitely not in this new one that's coming out.
Well, I don't know yet. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I think it got as close as in the show they had Carrie texting her.
Yes.
And they were kind of saying how something happened, and they're texting her, but she doesn't actually show up in person. No. So I think she's not showing up again.
Yeah, she's just basically says, screw you. Done. Check this out. Yeah. So Police Academy comedy, it riffs off the whole kind of, coppers, goofing around and ballsing things up. So the kind of, light-hearted fun, like dumb fun. Check this out, Deval. The budget back in the 80s, 4.8 million. It made at the box office just under 150 million. This is, you're talking about the 1980s here.
Wow, that's a good X on your money. That's a 15X or something. Blaming heck, more than that.
Interestingly, it is the only film in the franchise to be rated R.
Oh, okay. Ah.
So there must be a bit of cleavage showing in there.
Yeah.
There must be a bit of bawdiness, a bit of kind of rumpy-pumpy going on.
Okay. This starred Steve Guttenberg, who was like an 80s main guy, isn't it? He could be kind of thing. I don't know, like a family. I think it was quite a few family stuff and all kinds of stuff.
3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah, he was in that, isn't it? Yeah,
he was in that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this is the sort of film that back in the day, this is something that everyone knew about. There's certain characters that did certain like certain trademark stuff that you just see all the time. There's some comedians in this and all that. So yeah, this film here, Police Academy, it's goofy. It's not meant to be serious. It's meant to be goofy. It's just don't take it too serious. We're here to have fun and just mess around. The police don't do this. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
That's Police Academy. But yeah, if you're into it, 40 years, 1985.
See how they used to make them back in the 80s. All right, okay, and that leads us nicely into the main movie that we're going to speak about. And again, this movie is kind of like a reboot, sequel, whatever you want to call it, of an 80s movie, The Naked Gun. And I remember just very recently, Devaldo, I just watched the original one, and that was made in 1988.
Oh my
and that starred
gosh.
Leslie Nielsen, and that was based off of a TV show called The Police
Yeah.
Squad, or The Police Files, or something like that.
Yeah. Police
Hugely
Squad.
popular, hugely successful, made a lot of money. And who would have thought, when I saw this trailer, Devaldo, I saw the trailer, Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, and it was, to me, it just looked ridiculous. Him, in a tight skirt, takes his mask off, and it's him over there and everything. But I haven't seen the movie because, strangely, here in Australia, they're not releasing the movie until like 2-3 weeks.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with him?
I know. So Deval is going to be unholstering his gun, and he's going to be dealing with this one. So Deval, take it away.
Oh my gosh. So you set it up nicely. Naked Gun. This is what do they class these as? Slapstick comedy, or it's just this is comedy,
a spoof
spoof
of the genre.
Yeah, this film is the epitome of don't take anything serious. Like, it's just silly things happen, and it's meant to happen. It's just so silly, but there's some funny moments in it as well. And some of the things that happen in this film are like, they're funny, but not everyone's gonna get it. Certain things are really smart. So I'll just, before I go into it, I'll just mention there's one scene in this film where there's a UFC fight. Leslie Nielsen is there, Naked Gun guy. He goes there, and at the stadium, it's the LA Clippers Stadium or something. Okay. It's basically the Crypto.com arena.
Oh, right, yes.
I'm not sure what team it is, but it's a big stadium, and I think it's in California, in LA. The Crypto.com arena. Yeah. And in this film, it doesn't say Crypto.com arena, it says the Ponzi scheme arena.
Shit.
So it's like that's like a really small thing, but people that like know of crypto, some people think of crypto as a Ponzi scheme. So they put it there as a Crypto.com arena. So little things like that. Sometimes you get little smart jokes rather than just silly kind of loud jokes. But yeah, so I'll quickly set it up. So Leslie Nielsen is Frank Drebin Jr. So he's the son of the original Frank Drebin, who was played by, what's his name again? Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Leslie Nielsen was the original guy, and this is
Liam Neeson. The names are kind of similar, isn't it?
I know. Leslie Nielsen and then Liam Neeson.
Oh my gosh, the names are kind of similar, flipping it. Well, yeah, so Liam Neeson's the son, Frank Drebin Jr. And you've got Pamela Anderson, who's Beth Davenport, who's like she's a sultry kind of femme fatale, if you can say, of the film. When she shows up, the music goes all saxophony and the lights all go kind of thing. Yeah, so it plays from all those sort of neo-noir films from back in the day.
Priscilla Presley was in the original movie. She was the siren in that one.
And in this film, she shows up for a split second.
Oh, does she? Okay.
A split second, yeah. There's a couple of cameos in this, but so that's the film is a crime happens where Pamela Anderson's brother is should I do spoilers? Are you gonna?
No, do it, mate. Go for it.
Yeah. So Pamela Anderson, something happens to Pamela Anderson's brother. Yeah, and Liam Neeson's team have to solve it. And Pamela Anderson's brother was an employee of a person who runs a tech company, so you can think of it as a sort of Facebook or Google kind of thing.
Something.
Yeah, but this guy's really extravagant. He looks like a baddie. He actually was a baddie in, I think, in X-Men. But one of the X-Men, or no, X-Men First Class, I think he was in. And he was one of the baddies in that.
He was a general.
He was a general. Yeah, I think it was a general in that. Danny Houston.
That's it.
So he's like the big bad in this, and he's got all the power and he's got the tech. And her brother, something happens to her brother involving tech, and they link it to him. So then obviously Liam Neeson's character has to solve it, but he's a joker. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's just, oh my gosh. Have you seen the trailer where he's in the bank?
I've seen
Yeah.
it, and then
Oh
he's
my.
like, he deals with them. He's got a short skirt. He takes his mask off. It's just like
It's
it's
like it doesn't make
mad.
the girl's a little girl, a
Yeah,
genuine little girl, and somehow this genuine little girl turns into him.
him. How did he
Physics
pull that
doesn't
off?
matter. Don't ask. That's the thing. Don't ask these questions. He goes into the bank. He kicks everyone's asses, and it's just so silly. Somehow, like when he does it, there's a scene where it's like everyone's in a line, like almost like they're taking tickets. I see if you're like in a waiting room, everyone's in a line. He's just punching one. Next one comes, slap. Next one comes, kick. Next one comes. He pulls their arms off, and then he uses the arms to slap them. Like there's no blood, obviously. It's just so silly.
Shit.
It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
He got his partner, who we just saw in Fantastic Four. He's actually in everything. Recently, he's going to be in a lot of stuff. So you're going to see him around.
Walter House or something.
Yeah, Paul Walter Hauser. He's his partner, who's the son of another character from the original Naked Gun. And there's a scene, very funny scene, where they're all paying homage to their dads because all their dads worked at the police department.
Yeah.
So you got Frank Drebin original, you got Ed Hocken, whose dad was there, and you got OJ Simpson. His picture's there, and you see his son. Because they're all like, "Oh, father, I love you so much. I wish I can be half as good as you." Everyone's saying it. It goes to OJ Simpson's son, and he's like, "No." And then he goes,
Classic.
Moves, you know.
Classic.
There's some little funny scenes in this as well that are intelligent. Like there's a scene where Frank Drebin goes to the bar, and the barman says, "Don't you remember me? You arrested me." And he's like, "I arrested like 1,000 people." He's like, "Okay, I was arrested in this situation." He's like, "Okay, so that's like maybe 300 people." And he's like, "Okay, well, I had this car." He's like, "Okay, that's maybe 200 people." And he said, "Oh, and you shot at me while I was running away." And he was like, "Oh, that's like maybe 100 people." And he said, "Oh, I'm white." He's like, because in America, you've got lots of shootings of unarmed black people in it. And he's like, "Oh, you!" So there was one white guy that you're going to shoot at unarmed running away. The rest of them are all black. So he's like,
Wicked.
"Oh, that was you."
Wicked. I love that. So they make it relevant. That's
it's like, and it's true. It's sad, but it's like in a comedy sense, the way they do it. It's genuinely kind of funny. Do you know what I mean?
But funny.
It's just,
I've this has been really well rated.
I know. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised.
People are actually loving the movie, so this is going to probably turn out to be like a decent hit for them.
It probably is. If it was made on a small budget, then I think it will do really well. I'm not sure. Let me see how much it cost. What does it say?
It says, according to Wikipedia, 42 mil.
Okay, so I think it should be all right. It should be okay, because I think this is just a simple, silly comedy that is like a bygone era kind of thing.
Yes,
and it's an hour and a half. It's it's just silly. It's got a bit of a mid credit scene at the end. Don't take it too seriously. Pamela Anderson doesn't, but there's probably one actor in it that takes it seriously, but they're supposed to. That's it, and it's just. Yeah, it's just a funny film. Like I say, this isn't overly like the best comedy in the world. Don't get me wrong. It's not. And there's some parts of it that are just silly comedy. You're not going to laugh. But once you tune yourself into what this film is meant to be and how it's meant to portray itself, tune yourself into that, and you'll have a good time. If you go in and looking for something too serious and comedy to make you laugh all the time, it's not. But it's very entertaining. It's just silly. It's just silly. So many silly things. It's just silly.
I know.
It's just silly.
Even when I watched the original, I couldn't watch this one, so I thought, let me put on the original one. And there's so many things in there which are silly, but they made me laugh and they made me chuckle, and it was like, oh my gosh. So I do want to watch this just to see kind of what it's like. Now, my whole thing is when you see Liam Neeson, because obviously he's done the Taken roles, he's done that kind of hard, the hard man roles. How does he do comedy? Is he good at comedy?
Yeah, because he plays it like a bit serious. Like he thinks he's a serious guy, but obviously there's stupid things happening around him. So yeah, he does it well. he does it well. And they say here he's 72 years old, but he was at the time of filming, which actually was 5 years older than when Leslie Nielsen was in the final Naked Gun film, Naked Gun 33 and a third. Obviously, Liam Neeson had grey hair, so I think that's the only difference. But yeah, Leslie Nielsen had grey hair. Liam Neeson was actually younger, and he looks younger because obviously he's got grey hair. But
wow,
yeah, he's 72. He's been around the block. You know what I mean?
This guy. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, but yeah, it's worth a watch if you're going to go to the cinema. You want a bit of a laugh, silly laugh. It's worth a watch. If comedy is not really like that, silly comedy is not your thing, you're not going to like it.
Slapstick comedy type of thing.
Yeah,
okay.
It's an enjoyable film. I would say it's worth a watch.
Okay, all right, that's good. Right, you heard it there, folks. Go check it out, The Naked Gun. Hunt it down from your in your cinema and let us know what you think about that one. Now, Divaldo, we're hitting the 45-minute mark. Have you got time for the old guard?
I don't want to do the old guard anymore. I was thinking, should I do a quick hidden gem?
Do it.
Shall I do a quick hidden gem? I'll try and do it in 5 minutes. So
do it.
The next one we're going to do is Downsizing.
I've heard of this. So I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it?
No, I've heard of it. Okay. I know it's got Matt Damon in it, but I haven't seen this. No. Yeah,
Downsizing is a very interesting film. Like I said, it's got Matt Damon, and it is about. It came out in 2017. And it's about a world where the resources are tricky. Like Thanos said, too many mouths to feed. Resources are tight. The world is just not coping. So they want to basically change people's size to downsize them so that they use less resources. When I say downsize, each person can be shrunk down to your fingernail.
Like Ant-Man.
Yeah, thank you, like Ant-Man. You can shrink down, then you can go to another country, which obviously is small, downsized, and everyone's using a fraction of the resources. So everyone's been shrunken down, and they go and live there and live out their life. There's no reversals. Yeah, so Matt Damon and his wife, they agree to take part of the downsizing process. Once he comes out of it, he's like, "Oh, where's my wife? She changed her flipping mind." She changed her mind, and she doesn't go ahead with it.
Classic.
So in effect, she's left him.
Yeah.
She's literally. So he's and he's so down because they spoke about it, going through a whole process. She left him, and he is gutted. This happens halfway through the film. So and his wife is a well-known actress. It's what's her name? Oh, Gordon Bennett. What's her name gone again? I can't remember her name now, but she's a well-known. If you see her face, she's a well-known actress. Kristen Wiig, that's it.
Yeah,
she's been in lots of comedies. Kristen Wiig. So you think she's going to be in the whole film? Halfway through it, gone. So Matt Damon goes to this. Yeah, he goes to this downsizing world. He's depressed for a long time. He has to then start to work and all that sort of thing. I think he used to be a physiotherapist or some sort of therapist sort of experience in his past. And he meets his neighbor Christoph Waltz, who's in this. He's a very flamboyant person. He has all these parties. He's introduced into all these different people, and he's all about enjoying life and sex, drugs, rock and roll. Try to cheer up Matt Damon, who basically after the cleanup of one of the parties, he meets a lady called her real name is Hong Chow, and she's a cleaner who has a disability in her leg. She's got a limp. And he feels really sorry for her. And he's like, what happened? She's like, my leg is injured from something. And she's got a friend at home who's really sick. Right. And she wants him to come and help the friend. So the film pivots. It goes from Matt Damon and his wife to this, what you think is going to be in the trailers. It's now him helping this lady who's from, I think, Vietnam. I think she's from, I think. And he's going to help her friend who he tries to help. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out. But the lady is so she's blunt. She's just really just blunt and unemotional. She's like, no, she died. Because he comes back to visit. He's like, how's your friend? Oh, she died. He's like, what? Yeah, she died the other day. He's like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, no, nothing we can do now. So you're going to fix my leg? And he's like, okay. He tries to sort her leg out. Okay, you come again tomorrow. He's like, I'm busy. No, you come again tomorrow, fix my leg. He's like, okay. So he starts to help her out. He starts to see the life that they've got. Because even in Downsizing world, there's the rich and there's the poor.
Right, gotcha.
And she introduces him to the poor part of Downsizing, which you don't see in the brochure.
Yeah, interesting.
You get to see like the difference, and he starts to like really want to help her. He goes out to clean with her, and he ends up cleaning at his neighbor's house, Christoph Waltz, who throws the lavish parties, and they're laughing at him like, "What are you doing? You're cleaning." You know what I mean? Eventually he goes in a relationship with her, and he's like, "Yeah, it's like this film." It starts off like a comedy kind of drama, a bit of romance. It turns up the social. It reminds me of A Triangle of Sadness.
Yeah. It's got this kind of commentary.
Social commentary. In that film, there was a lady as well who, I don't know where she's from originally, Asian lady. She may have been from Vietnam or Thailand, who turns out to be like the boss of the ship. Do you remember? She was like and this lady kind of reminds me of that kind of character where someone that you wouldn't expect just comes and takes over the narrative. And then it's just the film is really, it's actually quite a powerful film.
I was going to say, it sounds powerful. So I wonder, like you know, the makers of the movie, like, are they trying to say something like, no matter, you know, like, is it a commentary about like kind of like what you are or who you are? Everyone has all these problems, or what? Or
it's not just about the societal pressures and what you should do in society and the changes, but it also says that what you plan for in your life, you might have the biggest, boldest, they got married, they did all the right things, and they did the downsizing. Whatever you plan for, something might change just like that in a way that you did not expect. And that change, the way you pivot, the way you handle that change can be so much more fulfilling than what you originally planned for. Because if you see how the movie ends, it's a powerful film, you know. And this film won't make any headlines. It's not going to make a lot of money. I saw this film when I knew about it when it first came out.
Yeah,
it didn't pull me enough.
It did,
when I watched it. Yeah, this film is a good film.
I remember when it was like, you know, the trailer and everything, and you know, I was like, oh, okay, this looks interesting, but I never went more beyond that.
Nah. It's a good film, powerful film. It ends, you never think of how it's going to end. And Matt Damon's really good in it. They're all good in it, to be honest. They're all good in it. But yeah, it's a really good film. It's 2 hours 15. It's decent.
Okay,
it's decent.
It's on the hidden gem list. Okay,
it's a good film.
Add it to your hidden gem list as well, folks. Brilliant, man. That was a great wrap up over there. So Devaldo, what's coming up next? We've got
special guest next week. Next week we've got a special guest coming in, Ciel Noir 3. She's coming into the show next week. We're going to talk about Weapons, which is a big movie coming out. Coming out next week. Josh Brolin's in it. We've got the Silver Surfer herself is in it as well.
Yep.
She's
Garner.
Julia Garner, sorry. Yep. She's in it. And other people are in it as well. I think Benedict Wonga's in it as well. So we're going to talk about that and also talk about some other projects as well and bits and bobs that Ciel Noir 3 is in as well. But yeah, looking forward to it next week. So yeah, make sure you tune into that one. It's going to be a really, really good show.
Keep it low with the Flixters, folks.
All right, till next time.